Good morning. Today we're heading down to the Banks of Cincinnati. The Banks is an entertainment junction that sits in between Great American Ballpark and the Cincinnati Bengals Stadium. Let's check it out. Okay, well, we made it here. We're down at the Banks, downtown Cincinnati, right along the Ohio River. Got the famous suspension bridge here. And if we keep going forward, we have the Smale Park. Sorry, there's a bicycle going by there. Just on the other side here, we got the park. Nice little walk trail, little activities for the kids, but we're going to go up this way, head up the stairs here into the Banks Entertainment Junction. Just wanted to note that if you're coming down to the Banks in Cincinnati, I parked in the Mering Way garage. It's about the closest place you can park, as long as there's no event going on, or as long as the Reds or the Cincinnati Bengals aren't playing. It's pretty cheap. It's like $5 all day. Okay, so we've made it to the top of the hill here. Normally, if there's a game going on, they have this entire road here blocked off for the people. All the way in between the Cincinnati Reds Stadium and Paul Brown Stadium, home of the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's check out some of the venues here. Here to the right of Paul Brown Stadium, we've got the Yard House. They're famous for having 250 on-tap brews of all kinds of different ales and lagers. And if we keep going straight here, we'll enter to the heart of it. Here at the top of the hill, to the right of Paul Brown Stadium, we have Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. It's a very high dollar steakhouse, but we are definitely going to review this here at some point. Okay, well, I decided to walk down at the very end here of Great American Ballpark. This is where you would enter if you were going to see the Cincinnati Reds. Wanted to get a good look here at this statue of Johnny Bench, famous Cincinnati Reds catcher during the Big Red Machine era. This statue is dedicated to him and probably one of my all-time favorite Reds. One thing I wanted to point out, that if you're coming down to the Banks, there's a lot of history down here, a lot of history of Cincinnati. They have a Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame museum here behind me, where you can find a lot of interesting facts of a lot of different great teams we've had over the years. I know baseball's starting July 23rd, and I can't wait. Unfortunately, I can't go back any further because the gates are closed. You can get a good look at the Great American Ballpark, Cincinnati Reds Stadium. Pretty awesome ball field. And as you come in the front here, if you look to the right of the Johnny Bench statue, you'll come up on the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame and Museum. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a reservation today, so we'll have to come back and check it out later. If you're standing at the main gate here of Great American Ballpark, if you look down the street, this is the entire entertainment junction of the Banks of Cincinnati. And it's really not that far of a walk in between both stadiums here. It's worth coming down, check it out. If you're down by the main gate of Great American Ballpark, if you turn to the left here, you have the Reds Team Pro Shop. Let's go and take a look. Well, unfortunately, they're closed. Really got to watch the websites when you check out some of the stuff that's open. Could have sworn this place said they were open. I know the Hall of Fame Museum is open. I thought the Pro Shop was, but they're closed. If you're looking for some great Cincinnati Reds gear, though, this is the place to come. It's a little pricey, but it's good quality. Pay for what you get. Across the street here from the Reds Team Pro Shop, you got the Holy Grail Tavern and Grill. All kinds of good brews, good food, and live entertainment Friday and Saturday nights. Here in front of one of the other entrances to Great American Ballpark, we have a statue of Tony Perez. Another famous Cincinnati Red from the Big Red Machine. If you look to your right of the Tony Perez statue, we have another entrance to the Reds team pro shop. And a giant photo of Joey Votto. I'm going to give you guys another good look here at Great American Ballpark. Before I head to more of the entertainment venue of the Banks. Let's get to it. One thing I wanted to point out, that all around the Great American Ballpark, on the outside, we have a bunch of giant baseballs. All up and down and around the entrance to the main area here. Pretty cool. Make good photo op. Instagram, whatever you like. Okay, so directly across the street from Great American Ballpark, the main entrance, you have Condado Tacos, Tequila, and Margaritas. Never eaten here, but I hear their tacos are pretty fantastic. And across the street from Great American Ballpark, right next to the Holy Grail Tavern and Grill, we have Joella's Hot Chicken. It's pretty good. Here adjacent to Condado's Tacos, we have a place called The Stretch, which is another bar. Not sure they're open right now, but they do have a little window over there where you can get drinks to go. To the right of that, we have a Jimmy John's, a Burger Fi, which is basically gourmet burgers, craft beers. Every one of these places sells craft beer. They got their own little special thing. Even including, well, there's a Tervis. Everybody knows Tervis. Right next to the Tervis shop, we have a place called the Fish Bowl. Fish Bowl, they make all kinds of fancy drinks, tropical drinks, and the coolest thing about it is they serve it to you in a fish bowl. So if you go to that place, you better be ready to drink. Coming out on a date or something, be something good to share with your significant other. Directly across from the Fish Bowl, we have a Tin Roof. Really good food in here. Another multiple drink specials. And they have live music Fridays and Saturdays. And if you come to the right here of the Fish Bowl, you have what's called Jefferson Social. Another place with craft beer, good tacos, bourbon, anything that you need to party. One thing, I'm here on a Sunday afternoon. It's not as busy as it usually is, like on a Friday, Saturday night. This place is all lit up Friday and Saturday nights. They have music venues. There are bands in just about every other bar, restaurant area. As we move to the right here at Jefferson Social, across the street, we've come back on Yard House, which is to the left of Paul Brown Stadium. We're going to take a right here and see what we see down the other stretch. If you come down away from Great American Ballpark, away from all the restaurants we just passed, you come up on one of their more famous restaurants, Taste of Belgium. One nice thing about this place is they serve breakfast all day. To give you an idea of where we're at, Taste of Belgium is a little bit closer to Paul Brown Stadium. We're going to keep walking down the road here and see what else we see. I may have to get something to eat here if the line's not too long. If you keep walking past Taste of Belgium, you'll come up on the escape game. It's kind of like a escape room deal. You got 60 minutes to try and figure out the clues. Try and escape. Pretty awesome. And as you come just past the escape room, you come up on this place called Pies and Pints. Go in there, eat some good pie, and have a drink. And as we scroll over from Pies and Pints, we've reached the other end by Paul Brown Stadium, home of the Cincinnati Bengals. Any drink you can think of, you'll find down here. This is kind of a party area. Not sure it's too great for kids unless you're coming to the Reds game or the Bengals game. There is a park that's just south of where we came in through the garage, where they have a lot of entertainment. I also wanted to point out that if you look to your left, across from Pies and Pints, get a great view of northern Kentucky. But here in the middle of the Banks, in between Great American Ballpark and Paul Brown Stadium, they have bikes you can rent here. And right next to it is a map of some pretty cool bike trails and little spots where you can return the bike if you're going somewhere else, and they have different docking stations all over the place. Pretty cool. I was going to do a review on one of the restaurants down here. A lot of them are really packed, so we're going to check out Tin Roof. Doesn't look as crowded as the others, but it's pretty loud, so I'll give a review of the food once I'm done, and I'll take a few pictures for you so that you can see. Okay, well, we just finished up at the Tin Roof here. It was pretty delicious. I wanted to record how everything tasted in there and everything, but they got a live band going on and it would have just been too loud. But I had the 3 pulled pork tacos and I highly recommend it. They're a little spicy, but they are delicious. Not a bad deal either. It was 3 tacos for 10 bucks. You're not gonna find a better deal like that around here, that's for sure. I'll put a picture in with the video so you can see what they look like. You do have to scan a QR code to get the menu. Once you download the QR code, the menu will pop up on your phone. It doesn't show the prices, but it's relatively cheap. I mean, you definitely get your money's worth here. Like I said, those 3 tacos were enormous. They got a lot of burgers and a lot of awesome sides. I'll try to send a link to their menu down below so you can get a good idea of what they got. Live music here all weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they told me so. Okay, so I wanted to point out as we're on our way out of here back down toward the garage, we've made it back down the steps, and I wanted to show you, normally this is a giant waterfall that comes all the way down the steps, but they don't have it working today. I don't know why. Okay, well, that's going to do it here for us today at the Banks, downtown Cincinnati. Got to do a lot of awesome stuff today. Checked out Great American Ballpark. Looks like they're getting ready to open stuff. Checked out everything in between, all the way to Paul Brown Stadium. Pretty awesome. This is a pretty heavy entertainment junction, so if you're looking to party Friday, Saturday night, there's bands, live bands all over the place. Anything you like. Country to rock to anything you enjoy. Tin Roof was great. Delicious. Had the pulled pork tacos. They were huge. 3 for $10. You can't beat that. With all that being said, I'm out. Remember, the adventure is out there.